Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, stopped a New World Order. Welcome to Panwo TV. Well, you see from the movie poster behind me, that is the film World War Z. And I've just been here, I'm at the Odeon Cinema, George Street, Oxford. And I just assumed World War Z. I'm not going to say that, it's not actually, because this is kind of a part 4 to my zombies, my real zombies videos I've been doing about the fact that I've seen so many things going on in this world today that make me think that there's something strange going on regarding the zombie theme. And I'll take a look in the description box because there'll be links to those videos, one of those videos, which you can follow the other ones back, alright, or all of them. I'll put a link to all of them in there, and the articles I've done, and including the article where I saw this poster everywhere. It was hype like you wouldn't believe. I mean, every other bus shelter had this poster on it. World War Z, Brad Pitt, and this image of him standing at the back of an aircraft looking out at a devastated world. Now, how can I say? I mean, it wasn't a brilliant film. It's like I said, you know, there's been so many stuff. There's so much about zombies at the moment. None of them are any good except the return of George Romero, as I explained in the previous videos. But this was interesting because it's the most recent sort of like real type zombie thing that I've been talking about before. I actually had a clip of the news story, which I talked about in my previous videos, and in the radio show too. I did a Panwo radio special on zombies, and there's a lot of sort of childhood innocence in it. You know, like the little girl says, "Daddy, what's martial law?" You know. Now this is a kind of like sci-fi zombie thing. Do you remember in the previous films I was explaining, and in the radio show, that there's a lot like the Romero-esque zombie, and the sort of like supernatural zombie, and the sci-fi zombie. These ones were, this particular zombie theme was definitely sci-fi. It was caused by a disease, so it's like I Am Legend in that respect. There's lots of scary type, realistic, almost real camera type scenes where people are looting shops and stuff like that, you know, and you know, it's all very sort of like vivid and upsetting, and there's a lot of military religion in it, you know, oh, brave boys coming to save the world. The United Nations, interestingly, is the hero. The hero played by Brad Pitt here is actually, he's a sort of like investigator for the United Nations, and the president's dead and the UN has to take over. There's some other interesting features to it, like they go on this trip around the world. They go to South Korea, they go to Israel, and they go to Wales of all places. The end of the sort of like denouement of the film takes place in Wales, which is just where you don't normally get American films set in Wales. The most interesting part, there's an interesting part I think when they're in Israel, because there's a wall. The Israelis had word that this zombie outbreak was coming, so what they did was they didn't warn everyone. Instead they built a wall around their country. Now what does that sound like? It sounds real, doesn't it? And in fact, you know, you could say that these zombies, because there's a scene where all the zombies are climbing up the wall. I mean, this is the thing about the zombies in this film, is like, I was explaining, like they're in the remake of Dawn of the Dead, the zombies are much more animated and agile than in the original Dawn of the Dead by George A. Romero, and that somehow makes them less scary. But these zombies are even more animated. I mean, they're like superhuman. They can run at 100 miles an hour. They can jump 100 feet into the air and things like that, and they try to climb over themselves to get up this wall. And I wondered if they symbolise the Palestinians or something. I mean, but it's so ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying it's pro-Israel. It's more like an anti-Zionist satire, actually. But like I said, the most interesting part, I think, is that this has constant references to the United Nations. But there's also other organisations as well. The Centre for Disease Control, which of course started all this off. Rear Admiral Dr. Ali S. Khan and his blog article, remember? I was talking about in the previous film. Bristol City Council. But also you've got like, you've also got the World Health Organization, and they're involved as well, and you have constant references to, they mention things like H1N1 and SARS, and I think to myself, what are they trying to tell us? What are they trying to say to us? Again, this is another ingredient in this real zombie type thing that's been bothering me for the last year. This constant appearance of zombie themes in our society, in our media, in our organisations, like I said, in local government, in the Centre for Disease Control. I don't need to tell you, just watch the other films for background to this, but I think that's what concerns me. So I didn't expect to like this film, I didn't like it, but I think it was important for me to see it, because I think it's another ingredient in this strange puzzle I've been given to solve. And I hope I will solve it. So I'd say I'd say to people, go and see the movie, alright? You might like it. You might like it more than I did. You know, there it is. World War Z. Coming soon. It's actually in the cinemas now. In 3D or 2D.
Big film. Big film.
It's not that good, mate.
Is it?
It's rubbish.
Why are you watching it?
I don't know. I didn't know it was rubbish till I'd seen it. So do go and see it, you know. But you know, I mean, I saw the 2D version. I don't like 3D movies anyway. All right. So thanks for watching a Panwo TV. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity. Stop the New World Order.